has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got double tight. Double tight. 3 out.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
24 is the mic.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him. So sometimes he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Kill. 26.
Prescott off play action. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Set up. 50. Plant. 80 weapons. Watch out. 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch one. Come on. Twist. Hey, Delta. So Mike's number one. Crunch time, defense. Mike 1. Ready.
2nd and 11. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Yeah. You ready?
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Let's go. 60 or.
Check back, check back. Check 50, check 50.
General West.
Mike one.
Big grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Switch. 25, check 25, check 25.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
54 Mike.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check 13, check 13. Check 3, check 3.
Leo.
He's checking. Crash.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Protein spill. Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That's the end of the first quarter.
We're scoreless after 1.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
54. We own it.
Go.
Mike 5-4.
Bam. 2.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Check.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
54. Get ready.
Hey, wahoo.
Right there. 54, right there. 54.
Get it.
2nd and 4. The open man here, Renfrow. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Blue down, blue down.
Hey, high 7.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Go.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Right there, 54, right
Hey, zoom.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Hey,
Ready?
They'll set up a throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And the ball is knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Second and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here's Greg now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The end result, 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
52's the mic. Hey, kill. Check 3, check 3.
Prescott from the gun. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This is the tight end Fant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He completes this to Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Going to give it to Love. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check 31, check 31. Check. We're going to 53. Switch on. Serve on.
Prescott, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bryce Love, as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, Haywood.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's put them on the buses. 7:34.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. This is caught by Williams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically, they got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Looking deep for Adams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, what's the ball?
2nd and 9 now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Come on,
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check.
6'6", bullet high. One's the mic. Watch one.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
5.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
First down, Raiders.
Down. 18 Gator.
54. Okay, double up.
Ready?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Catch made, it's Moreau. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5. This will be caught by Brown. Brown with his stick skills. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
And the Raiders
A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Over the middle, complete. That's Love. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go.
Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, kill. 47. Switch it, hey.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Look at me, zipper.
Here we go.
Rock it.
Watch one.
Now.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ready, set.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Come on, let's go. Hey, 47. 52.
I'm trying to collect.
26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22. Now Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. They could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide in. Here we go. Going to 54. Wide in. Here we go. Going to 54. Wide in. 64. Wait. 26.
And again, it's Prescott. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
They'll come out in the pistol. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Love. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Prescott. And Thomas has it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Here I come again. Here go 46. Pick the edge. Come. Go. 6-6. Mike, we do one. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers.
You're holding
what does that
4
mean?
fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, 2nd one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. Out of the gun, here's Prescott, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Got it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch, hey, echo. 2nd
and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
Check 37, check 37. Ready, go.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Watch what? Hey, Orbit. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Second and 15. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Shoves him aside. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Shit.
Done.
Slant. Watch the slant.
Motion.
Hey, kill.
95's a sand. No, check it. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
95's Mike.
26.
Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
47. Alert 3. Look smoke. 95's Mike. Watch 95. Watch the out.
95's a sand. No, check. He's Mike.
Watch the pass.
26.
Now Prescott. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die fourth down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Hey, 47. 95 set.
No, check. He's Mike.
Come on. 26. Mike. Watch 95.
All day, dog.
Check 4. Watch twist.
26.
Fourth down, Prescott. He's got his tight end Fant. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Quietly.
Check. He's Mike. Hey, check.
Check nickel. Alert flare. Then we're going to 53. 22, check, Bubba. 22, check. 26.
Prescott to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Landon Collins on the coverage.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Under. Mike, kill. 47. 24 is the mic. Ready? 24 is the mic. Hey, let's get in that hole. We're going to 54. Why? Watch the edge.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Gun. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even into overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Let's go. Come on,
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now a first throw here in overtime. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And the Raiders first down.
Down. 8, read.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Wide, get wide. Now.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Here we go, set. 90, Wolf. Run the mic, watch. Hey, high 7.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
They're starting to put together a nice drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
60 outlaw.
Here we go. Watch the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
Pilot, 64. Wait.
Give me that ball.
Now.
Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker.
Go. Go.
So Mike's going to
X3. 218. Chopper.
Check me out. Check me out.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
5.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.